Angel Reese, in particular, her energy shifted. I thought when she got some of those easy baskets to go in the paint, that quite frankly she had struggled with to open the ball game.
That energy is contagious because if you look at Angel Reese.
Let's go back to Angel really quickly, though, because she was part of the catalyst that you saw to be able to change things around. And she said to Holly, I just feel like I needed to take a deep breath and maybe stop overthinking some of these.
Oh, I've been there. I've been there. Like, sometimes the basket is too open. Right?
Yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me, too, and I want y'all to realize that. Y'all said it's the player of the year, so I want all the smoke. All the smoke. So
who's the best player in the country?
To the media or me? I feel like I'm the best player in the country.
But this weekend has to be one of the worst weekends ever for Angel Reese, bro. I mean, she became a meme last game. She became a super duper meme this game. And all I got to tell you is, Caitlin Clark truly gets the last laugh, man. Make sure you got...
She just missed the easiest shot of her career. And now she's reportedly threatening to sue the biggest star in the league for asterisk laughing at her. That's right. The WNBA's most explosive rivalry has officially gone nuclear, and it has absolutely nothing to do with basketball. What started as a viral moment of on-court emotion has spiraled into an alleged legal battle that nobody, not even the most cynical sports fan, saw coming. We're talking about Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, and a missed layup that just might change everything we thought we knew about professional sports rivalries.
And I get one final chance, 81-81, to take this game, resulting in this circus act of a play. Ryan Howard disrupted by Sophie Cunningham, pretty much to Angel Reese right under the basket, who blows it. Naz Hillman gets the rebound, again, blows it. So the game goes into overtime. And I gotta say, Angel Reese looked really upset blowing that layup, but I think what's going really viral right now and making the rounds on social media is Caitlin Clark's reaction. She walks right behind Angel with a cheeky smile.
Backslash in, backslash in, backslash in, backslash in, backslash in.
Angel Reese was terrible. Speaking of terrible, Angel Reese never beating the allegations. This was to open the game.
With Reese leaking out, finds her.
Lee Sheet, that was awful. Wow, that was awful. One more good time. It did yeah. Yikes. Holy moly. Holy moly. Caitlin Clark. Let's go. Down the court. Yeah, let me just pass this ball into AB. Oh, that was nice. That was nice from Caitlin Clark. How about Caitlin Clark cooking Angel Reese?
Clark working behind ball.
So here's where it all began, the moment that launched 1,000 headlines and seemingly broke the internet. The game tied at 81, the clock ticking down to 0, the entire stadium on its feet, and Angel Reese, the self-proclaimed Chi-Town Barbie and fierce competitor, found herself with a wide-open layup. I mean asterisk wide open asterisk. No defender within 5 feet, no last-second hand in her face, just an uncontested path to the basket. This was her chance to send Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever home with a devastating loss, to secure a crucial win for her team, the Atlanta Dream. And she missed it, clean, off the rim. A shot she has literally made thousands of times in practice, in college, in the pros. The ball just slipped away, a monumental miss that hung heavy in the air, a silence falling over the crowd before the collective groan erupted.
The only person to blame is Angel Reese for missing the layup to win the game. Angel Reese missed the layup that would have won the game, and she didn't win the game. As a result, cost her team the game because she can't make a layup. And Caitlin Clark seemed to enjoy it. I have no idea what she was actually smiling about, but this was the play in question, in case anybody was wondering and hadn't seen it. Angel, point blank range, doesn't make the shot. It's not like Caitlin chases her around to taunt her or anything like that. But good timing to know where the cameras were if that was indeed on purpose.
Backslash in, backslash in, backslash in, backslash in, backslash in.
And we can't make simple layups. We have no post moves. Our handle is weak. We can't shoot from the mid, can't shoot from the 3-point line.
all Angel Reese could do is rebound her own shots and her teammates' shots occasionally and play defense. She's by no means an elite defender. By no means is Angel Reese an elite defender. But this is bad. This is really bad. There's been absolutely zero progression in Angel Reese's game. Angel Reese rookie season to now, it's the same player. She hasn't improved finishing around the rim. She hasn't improved the mid-range shot. She hasn't improved the three-point shot. Her handle hasn't improved. She's just the same rebounding, defending, clumsy offensive player that we've seen for the last going on 3 years now.
But here's the kicker. That single, painful miss isn't why we're having this conversation right now. What happened in the 10 seconds after that ball bounced off the rim has become a bigger story than the final score, bigger than the actual basketball game itself, bigger than the 40 minutes of professional play that two teams battled through. Because according to the rumor mill, the social media whispers, and the gossip accounts that have completely engulfed WNBA Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok this past week, Angel Reese isn't just upset about missing that critical shot. She is reportedly furious enough that she's exploring legal action. And get this, it's not against the referees, not the league office, not even her own team. It's against Caitlin Clark personally, for allegedly asterisk laughing at her behind her back in that exact moment.
Almost. Try again. Nope. Try again. One more time.
Great board, just could not convert it.
Was pushed under the hoop just enough to not have a great angle. To OT we go.
Atlanta continues to own the offensive glass here in the fourth quarter.
Backslash in, backslash in, backslash in, backslash in, backslash in.
You were tuned in to our favorite reality TV show last night. And by now, you've seen the video of Caitlin Clark laughing at Angel Reese after she missed the game-winning layup against the Fever last night. I'm sure you've also seen this clip of Angel Reese missing a wide-open layup in the first quarter. But what I'm sure you missed was the halftime commentary about Angel Reese's performance in the first half last night. I don't know who her team is paying to get them to gaslight us like this. Get a load of this.
That energy is contagious because if you look at Angel Reese, she already has 7 and 9. She's already getting close to a double-double. Let's go back.
Are we being so for real? 7 and 9, almost has a double-double in the first half. She was 3 of 10 from the floor. She missed 7 out of 10 layups. Half of those 9 rebounds were from her own missed shots that she then missed again. But yeah, she brought the energy, baby. She brought the energy.
She's used to getting double teams. She's used to triple teams, and she's used to contact. There's no one better to learn from when it comes to being a beast on the boards than Angel Reese.
Yeah, because when the game's...
There's no better person to learn from to be a beast on the boards. You don't say. The woman who literally has a stat created called rebounds because she misses so many shots she takes. No shit, she gets rebounds.
The broadcast, doing precisely what it's paid to do in those high-stakes moments, immediately cut to Angel Reese's face. And you could see it all there. The crushing realization, the immediate regret, the weight of the moment settling on her shoulders. Head down, shoulders slumped, the entire body language of someone who knew exactly what she had just cost her team. The shot she had to make, the chance to be the hero, gone. It was a raw, human moment of athletic failure, broadcast live to millions, and the pain was palpable.
She is the worst offensive player.
She's not very offensive competent,
so
bro.
Caitlin Clark laughing at Angel Reese's missed layup.
Generational meme.
To lose the game. Here it is. Here's the video.
She
can rebound everything, but bro.
Andre Drummond is hell down there, cuz.
Now I heard you say, and I know you like her, Betty. You're like, she averages 15 and 12. I'm like, bro, you watch these games. You're like, how does she ever score?
Come on, bro.
She's an elite rebounder.
So bad.
Elite rebounder, bro.
And you need those. You need those to win.
You need those players on your team, bro. She's super famous rebounder, bro.
Yeah. Oh, how bad did she want to hit the game winner against Caitlin Clark's team? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was devastating. I would say, my opinion is that Angel Reese averaging 15 and 12 is an indictment on...
Backslash in, backslash in, backslash in, backslash in, backslash in.
And Angel Reese knows a ring is coming.
Now listen to this part because this is where the alleged incident actually happened. As Reese was processing that gut-wrenching miss, the camera panned slightly and caught Caitlin Clark walking past her just a few feet away, heading back toward her own bench. And Clark was smiling. Not a taunting grin, not an exaggerated cackle, but a smile. The kind of smile you'd expect from someone who just got a massive reprieve, who's relieved the game isn't over yet, who still has a chance to win it herself. That's it, that is the entire so-called incident. 2 facial expressions caught by a camera 3 feet apart on a basketball court, and the internet, as it always does, took that tiny seed and grew it into a full-blown forest fire, turning a moment of relief into a headline-grabbing scandal.
Angel, I'm gonna keep this one nice and sweet, because I really don't want to roast you, especially the way you just got beat. But you gotta start fucking playing like your Angel motherfucking Reese. Game on the line, had the win in sight. The ball left your hands, then said not tonight. You missed the buzzer beater. I am not all right. Alicia got goggles, Angel get you a pair. Cause missing this many layups got me questioning your stare. You doing all the hard work just to get right there. Then the rim says boo, and the ball disappears. What irritates me the most is cause you do so much good shit, but not being able to put back a layup erases all of it.
/in, /in.
It's actually Indiana that has 7 points off of the turnovers that Atlanta has created until we saw Angel Reese, shout out to our teammate, Angel Reese in particular, her energy shifted. I thought when she got some of those easy baskets to go in the paint that quite frankly she had struggled with to open the ball game, that's when you saw this defense begin to pick up its energy, this dream squad to begin to play with a little bit more confidence.
Yeah, athletes know it's not how you start, it's how you finish, and that energy is contagious because if you look at Angel Reese, she already has 7 and 9. She's already getting close to a double-double, but then also, if you think about, on the other side here, you're seeing the Indiana Fever, they're just being a little bit methodical as well because I like these good to great plays. You see Caitlin orchestrating. It's like both sides are leaning into their strengths on this one.
Let's go back to Angel really quickly, though, because she was part of the catalyst that you saw to be able to change things around. And she said to Holly, I just feel like I needed to take a deep breath and maybe stop overthinking some of these.
Oh, I've been there.
Before Shanae answered, y'all saw how Shanae was like...
The game didn't even end there either. It went to overtime, a period that could have gone either way, a back-and-forth battle until the final minute. But it was the Fever who ultimately pulled it out, 95-91, with Clark dominating the extra frame the way superstars are supposed to. She finished with 26 points and 9 assists, making critical plays and clutch shots when it mattered most. Reese, to her credit, had a solid statistical night on paper, racking up 15 points, 14 rebounds, and 6 assists. A near triple-double that, under different circumstances, would have been the headline for her team. But none of that mattered once the overtime buzzer sounded, because Indiana simply had more in the tank when it counted, and Clark once again had the biggest shots and the last laugh.
For 3 hours yesterday, I watched ESPN polish the turd. For 3 hours, I listened to ESPN as they tried to convince me that Angel Reese is an elite basketball player. Now, to her credit, Angel Reese is an elite pretender. On paper, she looks great. But when you actually watch, it is abundantly clear that Angel Reese has no idea what the hell she's doing. This is year 3, and Angel Reese has not developed. And ESPN isn't doing her any favors by casting Angel Reese as a star player.
/in, /in.
Straight edge, she missed that layup, and then Caitlin is in the back looking like an absolute menace. Honestly, I don't even care if you're a Caitlin Clark fan, if you're an Angel Reese fan, you got to admit that this was funny. And I can't even lie, I'm glad that this was all that it was for this matchup, because it feels like every time Caitlin Clark goes up against Angel Reese, ever since college, you guys, ever since like their junior year in college, it's always something with these two. It's always something, and then it turns into something greater than that. This is just something fun and light and funny.
Within hours, that fleeting moment of Clark's smile had been remixed, slowed down, zoomed in, captioned, turned into a sound effect, and posted across every single platform that exists online. People were calling it their favorite meme of the year. Fans who have been rooting for Clark since the moment she stepped onto a WNBA court treated the moment like a trophy, replaying it on loop, using it as vindication. Meanwhile, fans who backed Reese, feeling the sting of the loss and the public display of emotion, treated the situation like a direct, public insult that demanded a response, a line crossed. And somewhere in the middle of that social media chaos, a much bigger and much stranger story started to grow legs, fueled by a few influential accounts. The claim that Angel Reese wasn't just embarrassed by the moment, she was allegedly threatening to make the whole thing a * legal matter.
Is doing for the Indiana Fever, especially as of late, really taking charge, really stepping up. She is going into those huddles. She is like talking about plays, getting everyone together. And that is something that she wasn't doing in the beginning of the season as much. I did see Sophie Cunningham doing that a lot, but now I have been seeing her do that. She has stepped up into that leadership role. And I'm not saying that she is MVP or anything just yet, but you cannot discount her from this conversation. She has added so many new tools to her bag this year, like her step back. Also, her step back has gotten her, the gait of her step back is, and I posted this yesterday on social media, so I apologize if you're hearing me say this again, but her step back has gotten to the size of like an adult human being, something that she was not able to do with her groin injury. That is like a huge deal for someone like Caitlin Clark, who just needs a little bit of space to get a shot off. And her mid-range game has really gone up. But not only that, her ability to draw contact.
\in, \in. And here's where things get genuinely bizarre, where the narrative shifts from sports rivalry to something almost unbelievable. Reports circulating out of Reese's alleged camp, unverified, loosely sourced, and spreading mostly through gossip accounts and screenshots that nobody has actually managed to trace back to a real, official legal filing, suggest that Reese is exploring some kind of legal action against Clark, and possibly even the league itself, over that single 2-second laughing moment. The claim, as it keeps being repeated and reshared online, is that Clark had a say in orchestrating the moment somehow, and that laughing at a rival's missed shot on a globally televised broadcast crosses a line serious enough that it should carry actual legal consequences. \in. Hold up, a lawsuit for laughing on a basketball court during a live, nationally televised basketball game that both of them were actively competing in front of paying fans and millions watching worldwide. Let's face reality for a second and think about what would genuinely need to be true for a lawsuit like this to have any real legal footing in a courtroom. You'd need to prove intentional harm, demonstrate actual damages, and point to some kind of legal duty that was violated. Smiling at a rival missing a shot is not defamation. It is not harassment under any recognized legal standard. It is not a tort of any kind that exists in any courtroom in America. Every single lawyer who has weighed in publicly on this rumor, and a handful have, mostly half-jokingly on social media, has landed on the exact same conclusion. There is no case here, not a weak case that needs the right judge or the right jury. No case at all *. Athletes have trash-talked, celebrated over, and laughed at each other since competitive sports were invented. And none of that has ever produced an actual courtroom filing that went anywhere. \in. And this is the part that makes the whole rumor almost impossible to take seriously with a straight face, exposing the real motivations at play here. Because Angel Reese is not new to using gestures, body language, and facial expressions as a competitive weapon aimed directly at Caitlin Clark. Rewind to April 2023, the national championship game, LSU beating Iowa, and Reese famously turning to Clark on the court and doing the iconic John Cena, "You can't see me" taunt directly in her face with cameras rolling and millions watching live. That moment made headlines for weeks afterward. It was celebrated by Reese's fans at the time as swagger, as confidence, as a legend being born in real time on the biggest stage in college basketball. Nobody filed a lawsuit then. Nobody even seriously suggested Clark had grounds for legal action because a rival mocked her mid-game on national television. It was sports. It was competition. That stark contradiction tells you almost everything you need to know about what's really going on underneath the surface here. This was never truly about a laugh or a smile. This is about losing, and about how badly that loss looked while playing out on the biggest stage either of them plays on, with the entire world watching. \in. Here's the cold, hard number that makes all of this sting so much more than a single missed layup ever could on its own, adding crucial context to the raw emotion. Before this game, Angel Reese was already 1-6 against Caitlin Clark in WNBA regular season play. 1 win, 6 losses. This wasn't some rare aberration where Reese ran into bad luck on an otherwise dominant night against her biggest rival. This was the 7th time these two have matched up as professionals, and it was the 6th time Clark walked away with the win in her pocket. The missed layup in overtime didn't create that pattern out of nowhere. It just became the most viral, most widely shared chapter of a deeply lopsided rivalry, with millions of people watching every single time, while that rival's assist numbers, scoring totals, and MVP conversation keep climbing higher every single week of the season. Clark is now averaging 22 points and 8.3 assists a game this season, leading the entire league outright in assists, and sitting squarely in the middle of the MVP race with real, undeniable momentum behind her case. Reese, in her first season wearing an Atlanta jersey after the offseason trade, is averaging 15.6 points and 12.1 rebounds. Respectable numbers, real legitimate production on a nightly basis, but nowhere close to the same level of national spotlight or awards conversation that Clark commands. /in, /in. And this is exactly why the timing of this entire situation feels so loaded, so uncomfortable, and so telling for everyone involved. Because in the weeks leading up to this specific game, there was a genuine, growing chorus of people saying Angel Reese was having one of the best stretches of her entire career. Analysts were pointing to her rebounding numbers, her improved playmaking out of the post, the fact that she was putting up near triple-doubles on a semi-regular basis for the first time as a professional. Fans and pundits were genuinely starting to give her credit for it, not manufactured hype for the sake of engagement, but actual earned basketball respect built on real production happening on the floor, night after night. The Atlanta Dream were positioning themselves as a legitimate playoff team heading into the stretch run, and Reese was a huge reason why. So, while that one missed layup just cost the Dream a single win in the standings, it undercut the entire positive storyline that had just started building momentum around her. Everyone watching, live, and on replay for days afterward, got to see in real time, on the exact stage where it mattered the most, that the doubts about her finishing at the rim in high-pressure moments hadn't actually gone anywhere. That is a much harder thing to sit with quietly than a smile caught from 30 feet away by a broadcast camera. /in. So strip away the lawsuit talk entirely. Set aside the legal language and the screenshots nobody can verify, and what you're left with is a much simpler, much more human story underneath it all. Nobody actually believes Angel Reese has hired a legal team over a 2-second smile.